How's it going, guys? Kyle here with Awesome Sauce News. Today I will be doing a review on Rosewill's RK-9200 series Helios mechanical gaming keyboard. And this keyboard is actually very interesting because it is the world's first dual LED keyboard. So there are a lot of LED modes and different combinations that you can do, which are really cool. I'm going to give you guys a demo in just a bit. But first off, this keyboard does feature Cherry MX black switches. That's the model I have with me today. But you can also get it in blue, brown, or red switches as well. So first off, I'm just going to go over some of the basic details. I am going to be comparing a little bit of this keyboard to Rosewill's RK-9100, which I also did a video on. You can check that out later. So first off, I want to point out that the 9200 has a very similar profile and construction as the 9100 did. And that's a good thing, because the profile is very slim, the bezel is very thin, it kind of doesn't take up too much room, it's not too obtrusive, and the construction is just solid plastic. You can press down on any of the keys as hard as you want, and you won't see any flexing or any bowing in the body itself. You also get the rubberized pads on the bottom as well. You've got two pop-up feet also that just kind of elevate the keyboard a little bit. A lot of people say that it kind of helps them typing, it's more ergonomic, and they notice less strain on their wrists when they've been typing for long hours at a time. One huge improvement of this keyboard over the 9100 is a removable mini USB cable. So Rosewill's included a 6-foot braided cable. It's very nice. It's got a Velcro strap if you want to tie up any excess cable length that is unneeded. You also get a 10-key number pad, so for all of your accounting needs. You got some web and multimedia shortcuts as well. And this keyboard does feature 12-key rollover. I was kind of scratching my head at first because you would think maybe you would only need 10-key rollover at the most because you only have 10 fingers. But I think Rosewill has just done it just to say, hey, look, we've gone above and beyond because we can. And there's nothing wrong with that. Also a really cool feature. At first I was looking at the keyboard and I was like, where the heck is the Windows lock key? But the way you do it on the 9200 is you hold down the function key and then press the Windows key. I actually really like that idea because you're not taking up space on your keyboard for a new dedicated button. Rosewill's kind of just working with what they have, and they've found a clever way to quickly enable and disable that Windows key. With that said, why don't we get into some of the finer details of the LED functionality of this keyboard, since that seems to be one of the biggest features of this product. So first off, all of the keys are individually backlit. They each have two LEDs behind them, and they can turn either red or green. So you can actually have your entire keyboard either red keys or green keys, depending on your preference. But extending even far beyond that, Rosewill's also implemented isolated keys for your WASD and your arrow keys. So you can actually turn those on and off independently of the rest of your keyboard. But this is what sets this keyboard apart from many of the other gaming keyboards I've seen, is that you can actually light up the WASD and arrow keys one color and then change all the other keys to a separate color. So you can see here we've got kind of a dual LED configuration. And this is really great because other gaming keyboards I've seen, the WASD keys will light up, and that's great. But then the rest of them are black. So when you're gaming in the dark, which a lot of people like to do, you might be gaming WASD, playing your first-person shooter, and then all of a sudden you got to type in a message, in group chat to one of your buddies or one of your teammates, and all of a sudden you look down at your keyboard and you can't see anything. You kind of have to calibrate in the dark with your fingers. All right, I'm on ASD, where's my other hand going? And sometimes, typos occur. So Rosewill's really made the moves to kind of finding a solution for this problem, and it just seems like such a simple solution, but no one's been doing it until now, right? So it's really cool functionality. I'd say this is probably the paramount feature of this keyboard, and it's going to save a lot of headache in the long run with the users that decide to get one. Aside from that, you've also got 3 levels of LED brightness that you can choose from dim, brighter, and brightest. You've also got a breathing mode, which kind of induces a slow pulsating effect between the brightness levels of your keys. Looks pretty cool. Now, with all that said, this keyboard has really impressed me up to this point, but one critique I will say is that the num lock, caps lock, and scroll lock LED indicator lights for this keyboard are in blue. And I just kind of wish that Rosewill would have practiced a little bit more continuity with the aesthetic of the keyboard by either making the LEDs red or green, or even better, allow you to switch between different colors that would more appropriately match the current ones on the rest of the keyboard. Alright, so let's just quickly recap some of the pros and cons of the keyboard. I really like the slim profile and the durable construction. The removable USB cable from the back is a great addition to the RK series, but let's face it, guys, the number one feature here is definitely the dual LEDs. Not only does it allow for more customizability and killer killer aesthetics, but just offers such a much higher level of functionality than you would get from most gaming keyboards on the market currently. I really hope to see more keyboards like this from Rosewill in the future. As far as the cons go, there's really not too much to say here. Like I said earlier, the lock LED indicator lights were in blue. I kind of would have liked to see them in either in green or red, but like I said, it's just an aesthetic thing. Not everyone's going to mind it. Aside from that, other thoughts, this isn't necessarily a con, this is just me talking now, words. I would like to see more color combinations in future models of this keyboard from Rosewill. I want to see red and blue LEDs on one board, or I want to see green and white LEDs, you know, or maybe all of those in one, that you can just toggle between 30 different colors. Would be awesome. So all in all, a very solid keyboard. I definitely recommend it to anyone looking for a new one, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching this review. Once again, this has been Rosewill's RK-9200 Helios mechanical gaming keyboard with Cherry MX black switches, also available in blue, brown, and red, and it is the world's first dual LED keyboard. I'm Kyle with Awesome Sauce News. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one.